What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm down at Hendrick BMW Northlake. We're going to take a look at this 2022 BMW X2 sDrive28i. Huge shout out to them for providing this SUV for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. That link is down in the description below. But the X2 that you see behind me is finished off in Brooklyn Gray Metallic, and it has an MSRP just over $47,000. But we're going to start off today's review with what powers the X2. Underneath the hood, you'll find the 2-liter twin-power turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with the 8-speed Steptronic automatic transmission. It pumps out 228 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It is front-wheel drive. Weighs in right around 3,500 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in the mid 5-second range. It also has a fuel capacity of 16.1 gallons, so you can expect to see around 24 miles per gallon in the city and 32 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 105.1 inches. Its overall length is 172.2. It has a width of 71.8. a height of 60.1, and its ground clearance measures in at 7.2 inches. As we work our way to the exterior now for this X2, I'm going to start off with the headlight housing. So this model has LED headlights with the cornering technology. It also has LED DRLs, and they have a really nice design running underneath the headlight and the high beam with the turn signal tucked away in the outermost section of the housing. So it gives it a great look. We also have more bodywork from the bumper, kind of hiding the front corner of the headlight here, but it gives it a really cool look and a really nice contoured line running around that edge. And then as we work our way to this kidney design for the grille, you'll see on this model it's finished off in gloss black. Really nice pattern in the mesh, definitely provides a lot of cutouts for cooling to that engine. You'll also notice there's more mesh in the lower section. Really nice gloss black trim piece to finish off the middle section of this bumper, where you also see there's some cutouts on both sides. And then on the very edges of the bumper, you can see more air inlets to provide maximum aerodynamics for this car. It also has parking sensors that run throughout the middle as well. And then finishing up on the hood, you can see there's really nice subtle lines running down it, and they also flow nicely to the upper section of this bumper here all the way to the grille, just to tie it in nicely and give it a great look. As we work our way to the side profile now for this X2, as part of the Edition M mesh package, that gives this model a really nice set of 19-inch wheels. So they're 8 inches wide. You can see they have a 5 split spoke design to them, along with a 2-tone finish, and the orange accents is a really nice subtle touch. It matches well with this exterior color. You'll also notice too, there's really nice trim surrounding the fender arches, and it runs through the lower section of the door, where you can see that splits between the body colored and the lower side skirt. So it's really nice how that's incorporated together. This also features an M badge on the front quarter panel, and it has power folding side mirrors. You can see the top section is body colored, integrated turn signal is right in the middle, and then the rest of it is finished off in gloss black to tie in with the rest of the gloss black. You can see that surrounding the windows. This model also features a sunroof as well, and it has really nice lines that run down the side profile. You can see one running right through the height of the door handles, and it goes through the gas cap all the way to the rear taillight, and we have some nice lines running in the lower section just to give it a great look. And last up for this X2, you'll see the integrated spoiler that's finished off in body colored. The lower section and the sides is finished off in gloss black just to tie it in nicely with this rear glass. You'll also notice the integrated third brake light along with the wiper blade in the lower section to help improve rear-facing visibility. This also has LED taillights that have a really nice design. You can see they run into the liftgate here, where we also have the BMW badge. The backup camera is actually located just above the license plate, and you can see the parking sensors in the lower section as well. And then down in the lower section of the diffuser, you can see the dual exhaust. Now it's time to take a look at the interior on this X2, and I have the vehicle locked with the key in my pocket. All I need to do is grab on the door handle, and you can hear it unlock, where now we can move on to this door panel. So you'll see there's really nice black and silver stitching running along the armrest with a trim piece above that. You can see the brushed aluminum running all the way to the release handle, along with lock and unlock just in front of that. On the back side of the grab handle are all of the window controls, along with the side mirror adjustments. This model also has the 12-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. You can see there's a little bit of storage space in the lower section of the door as well, along with the release for the power liftgate. And then as we work our way to the interior, you can see Edition down on the door sill. And now we can move on to these black leather seats. They do have a cutout up in the headrest, finished off in gloss black. You can see all the stitching running down the bolsters. Really nice insert pattern to them as well. They are heated seats, and you can also adjust the forward section. Just by pulling on this tab, you can move that forwards and backwards. And then also down on the side, we have the memory seating adjustments, along with all of the automatic controls and the lumbar support as well. And now that we're inside with my foot on the brake, it's time to start it up. And then looking at this gauge cluster, you can see the miles per hour and fuel gauge on the left side. Over on the right side is the tach along with the efficient dynamics. And then there's some fixed information right in the middle, like the speed limit sign, your distance until empty, as well as the odometer. And then as we work our way to the steering wheel, you'll see it's completely covered in solid black leather, along with more black stitching running along the inside. Really nice trim piece right in the middle, along with the M badge down below. And that trim piece also complements these steering wheel mounted paddle shifters very nicely. So you can see the edges of them are finished off in that same trim. And over on the right side, you can see Bluetooth and voice commands along with volume and tuning for the radio. And then on the left side, this is how you adjust all the cruise control settings. As we work our way to the left side of the steering wheel, you can see there's a small compartment down below along with the controls for the headlights. There's also a dimmer switch. You can see one air vent along with some more of that trim from the door panel carrying on, giving it a really nice look. This model also has the heads-up display, so currently it's showing the speed limit sign and the miles per hour. And then right in the middle, we have the 8.8-inch screen. So this is a touchscreen system. We can also use all of these controls down below. So you'll see shortcuts to map and navigation, along with menu, media, and phone. There's a rotary dial, along with back and option. So right now, we are basically on the home screen, where you can look at a lot of information right here, like media and radio. You can scroll over to communication. We can pull up navigation in full screen, so that way you can see what the map looks like. And then if I just click on the back arrow, we can go all the way back to here. I can scroll over and you can look at connected drive or my vehicle and go through all this information basically to set it up to your liking. And then the last one is any notifications that you may have. So it's a very simple system to use, but it provides you with a lot of usable information. You'll also notice too, just underneath that, there's more of that trim running all the way to the passenger side. And then right in the middle, there are two air vents along with the hazards and a shortcut to the intelligent safety. So you can configure your frontal collision warning along with pedestrian warning and lane departure warning, turning those on and off depending on what you need. And then as we work our way below that, you'll see all of the presets for the radio along with power and volume. Tuning is over on the right side. And then the engine start stop and engine start stop feature are located on the left side there. And then just below that, we have all the climate controls. So you can see the small LCD screen. We have temperature for driver and passenger, and then fan speed is right in the center. You can sync these. We have the heated seat controls as well, along with a few more controls on the outside, like your defrosters and recirc buttons. And then as we work our way down below, you can see this leather piece surrounding this entire compartment just gives it a very nice design. There's also a little bit of storage along with a 12 volt and a USB and two cup holders. And then as we work our way to the shifter now, if I push the release on the left side, I can go all the way up into reverse where we can pull up the backup camera with the guidelines. Definitely gives you a lot of visibility for the rear of this vehicle. And then you can see the parking sensors over on the right side. And of course, you can use this to shift if you'd like to, so you can go all the way down into drive and then pop it over into the manual setting. And to put the vehicle into park, you can just push the P on the top and it will automatically do that. And then over on the left side of the shifter, you can see traction control along with the different driving modes. So there's Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. You can see the parking sensors are just behind that, along with the electronic parking brake. And then as we work our way to the middle, you can see you can gain access to the storage space just underneath the armrest. But if I open this up, you can see there's a little bit of storage where you can place any items you'd like to, or you can completely fold this up and you can see just how much room there is just underneath that. So it makes it very versatile depending on what you have. And then as we make our way to the glove box now, you can see there's plenty of room for all the information that has to go there. We'll take one last look at these seats. And then as I mentioned earlier, this does have a sunroof, so we can use that control up in the middle to open up this sunshade. And with that all the way open, you can see just how much light is provided to this interior. So we have that control in the middle, as I mentioned, along with the dome lights. So jumping into the back seats now for the X2, I'm gonna start off with the amount of room that I have. So the X2 is on the smaller side of the SUV market, but even at 5'10", I feel like I have plenty of room. I have the front seat set at my height, a few inches in front of my knees, and a few inches above my head. These seats are also reclined as well, and I feel like they're in a really good spot. I could easily have two people next to me if I needed to. If you don't have someone in the middle, we do have the armrest here, along with two cup holders, so you can open up this tray. And these backrests also have a 40-20-40 split. So you can fold down just the middle one if you'd like to. If you want a little bit higher of an armrest, or you have larger items that you need to pass through, you can do that. And then jumping to the middle here, you can see there's two air vents, along with two USB-C ports, and a little bit of storage space behind both front seats. And then when you fold down all of these backrests, that gives you a lot more interior storage, for the size of this vehicle, it makes it a lot more versatile. And then last up, it's time to take a look at the rear storage space. So you can use the button on the key fob, or you can just push the top of the BMW badge and use that to release the liftgate. So that's really nice how it's incorporated into the badge itself. And then as you can see, even with the back seats up, there's plenty of room for any items you'd like to place here. There's even hidden storage space up underneath the floor if you'd like to use that. And then over on the driver's side, you can see there's a strap, so you can put in any items there if you'd like to. There's also a net on the passenger side, along with a 12 volt. And then when you fold down the back seats, you can see just how much more room that provides. There's also a removable cover if you need to get that out of the way. So definitely makes it very versatile for the size of this vehicle. And then up top with the power liftgate, we can either close and lock the vehicle or just close it. All right, so getting the 2022 BMW X2 out on the road now. This has been a really cool smaller size SUV to check out. And while it does have that smaller size appearance from the exterior, it's actually pretty roomy on the interior. As you've already seen, I can comfortably fit in the back seats. Plenty of room even with the seats up in the back there for any items you have to place there. It's really nice how they have the under the floor storage. So there's really nice small size compartments located throughout this entire vehicle to make this a really good daily. You can put any items in here that you'd like to, and it has plenty of room to put in passengers as well. So I really like how BMW has packaged this vehicle to be a great daily driver. It's going to get really good gas mileage, but it offers you a lot of space on the interior. But let's go ahead and see how it performs in sport mode. You wouldn't think of the X2 as being sporty, but BMW likes to put their performance in pretty much all of their vehicles. So even come around this turn here, this is front wheel drive, but it's handling well. Shifts are pretty smooth and it has some pep to it. You could definitely get up and move. I don't see any issues with this getting out on the highway and merging or anything like that. So if you need a little bit more pep in your step with the X2, pop it into sport mode. We're gonna downshift a second again. It gets up and moves. This is a quick car. You can feel the body roll. It doesn't have the M performance package or anything like that, and of course being front wheel drive, but you can feel the body roll a little bit. But I mean, it gets up and moves, and it's really cool how you can dial it back down to comfort mode if you like to, or you can put it into eco mode. So if you want to save on your MPG, you're just out on the highway or cruising, or you just want to put it in eco mode, you can. It's going to limit your throttle response a lot compared to comfort or sport mode, but it's nice that you have those different options in an SUV like this. But aside from that, it's been a very comfortable vehicle to drive. Suspension is absorbing all these bumps very well. It's also very quiet on the inside too. So if you're looking for a great vehicle that you can daily drive, it's going to be comfortable, provide you with that great ride that you're looking for, this is a great option. There's no wind noise, no road noise. It's very comfortable on the interior, which I like to see. And then moving on to the interior as well is all of these materials. For this price point, you're getting a really nice interior with leather on the steering wheel. We have the M Sport Bucket seats, which I did forget to mention, have really aggressive side bolstering support to them, and that adjustment that I showed earlier if you want to get a little bit more comfortable. So we have a really nice interior, not a whole lot of buttons going on. It's very easy to use this center screen too, and there's some really nice trim work located throughout the interior too. So it gives it an upscale interior for the lower pricing of this vehicle, especially being a smaller size SUV. We even have the heads-up display too. So there's some really nice creature comforts on the interior. Talking about visibility, for a smaller size vehicle like this, it's actually pretty easy to see all around. The pillar in the back, especially over my right shoulder, is a little bit bulky, especially with how the roofline is and how the overall design of the rear end of this X2 is. But you can use your side mirrors. I can easily see around them. I can actually look out of that back glass. So while that looks small from the exterior too, I can clearly see the road behind me. So visibility is not really a huge issue. We have the backup camera as well, so you can't see around this. And then just adding to how nimble this is, even doing a U-turn like this, really easy to do that. So it has a really tight turning radius. And then back on the gas here, I'm impressed with this 2-liter 4-cylinder. We're back up to speed, and that's very smooth, very quick. It's not a loud vehicle, so you can't hear the exhaust, even just giving a mild acceleration like that. Buyers of this car are not looking for something that is loud, so it definitely provides you with that quiet ride. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for my walk-around review and test drive, getting behind the wheel of this 2022 BMW X2. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. That link is down in the description below. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button if you'd like to stay up to date on our daily uploads. And I'll see you in the next video.